guys, it's your friendly neighborhood librarian, Miss Jonna. So, today we're going to talk about something really fun, and it is just for fun, and that is our chapter book challenge. Now, this challenge is for 3rd grade only, and it's going to require you to read 15 chapter books by December. I think you can do it, even though we've missed a little bit of school and some of us may be a little bit behind. We have a variety of chapter books here in the library that every single one of you should be able to find something that you can read and excel at. So, here are the rules. You must read 15 chapter books. Each chapter book you read and score an 80 or better goes on this sheet. You put the title of the book, your score, and the date you took the test. When you get to 5, you can bring me this sheet. I'll check your scores. And if you've done a good job, I'll give you a prize. If you get to 10, do the same thing and you'll get an even bigger prize. And when you get all the way to 15, come back and you'll get the biggest prize of all. So, do you have to finish this first? No. Whenever you finish your 15 books, you will get a prize. There is no first, second, or third place. I want you to take this as a personal challenge and see if you yourself can read 15 chapter books and score an 80 or better on each chapter book. Think we can do that? I'm pretty sure we all can. So, here's a rundown of what a chapter book looks like. Take Bunnicula, for instance. One of my favorite books, and it is definitely a chapter book. Because when you open the first page to the table of contents, we have chapters that are numbered. They also have titles. Some chapters have titles, some don't. In Bunnicula, they do. So you want your chapter book to have actual chapters. Can you read graphic novels with your chapter book challenge? Yeah, you can, but you can only put 2 down on your chapter book challenge. So, before there's any confusion about what a graphic novel is, you know we have 2 shelves in the library dedicated to graphic novels. That's where things like Dogman, Big Nate, Captain Underpants, Diary of a Unicorn, and many others are located. These are graphic novels. You can have 2 of these on your chapter book challenge sheet. Why? Because they're not really chapter books. Because there are more pictures than there are text on their pages. I want you to be reading books that look more like this. More text than pictures on the page. So, recap. You can have 2 graphic novels on your chapter book challenge sheet. Does that mean you can only read 2 graphic novels? No, you can read as many graphic novels as you want. But if you want to participate in the chapter book challenge, you're going to have to read some other chapter books. Make sense? I'm sure it does. So, to recap, you must score an 80 or better. You must read actual chapter books. Guess what? Actual chapter books are also some of our 2nd grade chapter books because many of you probably didn't read every day we were out of school. So we might be doing a little bit of catching up, and that's okay. I want you guys to excel at this. So if you need to read some 2nd grade chapter books, go ahead. Should your whole chapter book challenge sheet be filled up with 2nd grade chapter books? No, and you know it shouldn't, because you should be moving on to some higher level books after you've achieved, 3 or 4 good scores on a 2nd grade chapter book. So, you think we can do it? I think you can. And remember, this is only for fun. You do not have to participate if you don't want to. But if you want some fun prizes, participate in my chapter book challenge. 2 things before we go. What if you decide to write down book titles and test scores on books you haven't taken a test on? Well, when you bring that sheet to me, I will know, because I can see what each one of you have taken a test on. And if you haven't taken a test on that book, it's not going to show up underneath your name. So let's not do that, all right? And save me the hassle of having to find out the hard way by looking your name up on the computer. Second thing, I've read the book, but my friend really needs to get to 5 books so he can get his first prize. Should I take a test for him? No, you should not. because that's cheating, and we don't do that here at Folkson Elementary School. And we definitely don't do it for something that's supposed to be fun. You don't have to do this, so there's no need to be doing things like that because you will get caught, as others have in the past. So let's just skip those two things and make this a personal thing and take your own test for the own books you've read. Last but not least, to encourage you guys to read, I've got a chapter book I'm going to start reading to you. So ask your teachers to play the next video and let's get started on one of my favorite chapter books.